Hello, I'm ArchieLuxury and welcome to the program Fuckers, and today I'm doing a paid request for Alexander Chi. He sent me $20. Hi Archie, I have a controversial review for you. The Breitling Professional Cockpit B50 Night Mission with in-house super quartz movement. I know you hate quartz pieces of shit, and so do I, but this one changed my mind. Since it is rechargeable, it's more like a hand-wound watch for me. Every 2 to 3 months I charge it for 2 hours and I never need to change the battery. So I have total control over the fucker, no needing to bring it to a dealer when the battery life goes down. It's an expensive sucker. You get a Breitling Navitimer B01, a Rolex GMT or Sub, or an IWC Omega or a Panerai for the same money, but is very rare and looks very cool even to non-watch guys. To me, it's a great tool watch. It's super accurate, light, titanium DLC which holds up against the scratches and has great features for daily use. So what do you think of a high-end super quartz watch, Breitling Omega in general, and the Cockpit B50? Regards, Alex. What do I think? I think you're off your fucking tree! You're out of your fucking mind! You are out of your fucking mind! I mean, for God's sake! These quartz pieces of shit, you gotta be for real? The problem with any of these quartz pieces is that, okay, it may not need this changing, but when it needs a service or something goes wrong with it, they have to replace the whole circuit. And Omega has actually stopped. They are unable to service some of their quartz watches, their electronic or quartz watches, because they no longer have the parts. It's like the early computers. If you've got data on a floppy drive, but you've got no drives to read it, it's kind of fucked, aren't you? Look, I've owned a few. You know, one of my favorite quartz watches is the Rolex Oyster Quartz, and they had the Datejust. They had the 17000, which was the all steel. They had the 17014, that was with the steel with white gold bezel. 17013, and I've even handled the Day-Date, the solid gold President Oyster Quartz. And yes, they are a bit collectible, but let me tell you something. A dealer friend of mine said to me, I'm never fucking going to buy an Oyster Quartz again. When they go fucked, the only place you can get them fixed is through Rolex, and they charge an absolute fortune. Those circuit boards have a limited life. They do not last forever. And when they're fucked, they're fucked. They're really, really fucked. And the same can be said for any of these. You know, the whole thing about mechanical watches is that they will still go in 100 years' time. They don't, you know, as long as it's not fucked over, it'll still be a goer. But with these quartz things, it's circuitry. Okay? Once the circuit's fucked, it's fucked. And I've owned a few of them. I'll give you the drum. I had a, what did I have? I had a Patek. I've had a few quartz Patek. I had a quartz Calatrava. I had a quartz 70s ugly fucking thing in 18 karat. I had an Audemars Piguet Royal Oak, steel and gold, that was quartz. And I had it for a weekend. The dealer gave it to me for a weekend. It was steel. No, it wasn't steel. It was pink gold and tantalunium. which is a darkish sort of metal. It's really cool. It was quartz, but, and I thought, oh, quartz is fucked, okay? It's only as good as they decide to keep making circuits for it. And I'm just telling you, okay? I'm telling you honestly, it is a very bad move. Sure, it may be a bit cool, but for that money there, I think on the second-hand market, I was just having a look at Chrono 24, and I think they're a little bit cheaper than some of these other pieces you've named there. But a Navi timer, that's an iconic classic. If you're going to buy a Breitling, buy a fucking Navi timer. The GMT, man, that's bulletproof buying. You buy a second-hand GMT, you'll always get your fucking money back. A Rolex sub, you get your money back. IWC, I haven't really warmed to IWC because I really haven't had the chance to acquire them at a good price. So that's still a good brand as well. Panerai, I'm not a Panerai person, you know. It's too up and down. But man, come on, Alexander, come on, don't fuck with me, okay? I mean, it sounds like from your email you already own the fucking thing. You use terms here. So what? You want my opinion or you want my approval? Because I ain't gonna fucking give this fucker a tick of approval. It's a mistake. Get out of the fucking thing. A quartz Breitling? I don't care what the fuck you say. It's shit. And I mean, I've had the same years ago. 10 years ago, I had a Cartier Tank Francais Meta Quartz. That's where it was a quartz movement, but the chronograph function was actually mechanical. They're just shit. They're just shit, okay? Get out of it as soon as you can and get a decent watch like a Rolex. An Explorer 2 would be much better bang per buck. Breitling Professional Cockpit B50 Night Mission. Man, I'm telling you, it's a mistake. Any of these quartz watches, when the quartz thing has had it, you're really fucked. You're really fucked. If they get any sort of moisture in them, they're fucked. And I've owned a few. And let me tell you, I had, when they start to go bad, they're fucking off. They are really, really, really off. And the problem is with these AP quartzes, they're not worth repairing. The service cost is often more than the thing is really worth. And you buy it because it's cheap, but you got to sell it heavily, discount it heavily because no one fucking wants it. So my advice to you, Alexander, don't fucking buy it. And if you do own it, it sounds like you do own the fucking thing, get out of the fucking thing. Get rid of it. Iconic watches, that's what you buy. You buy the icons, you'll always sell them. Try and get rid of that piece of shit. It's going to be a hard fucking sell, Alexander. That's all I can say to you. And I ain't fucking going to give you the tick of approval. I'm not going to give you... everyone wants... They want their decisions to be said, oh, that's a good choice. Yes, I see your point. That's nice to have. No, you made a fucking mistake. It's a stupid idea and it will cost you a mozza. Get out of it. Don't do that again. And listen to Uncle Archie, for fuck's sake. Listen to Uncle Archie. I'm here to try and fucking help you. I'm not trying to give you a bum steer, am I? So my advice to you, I don't know what the fuck you were thinking when you put your money into a quartz Breitling. That is just stupidity. It may be a cool watch, but man, try and sell the fucking thing now and see how you go. So I'm not going to give you the approval you seek. I don't approve. It's wrong, it's bad, it's nasty. You made a fucking mistake. I'm ArchieLuxury. Tell me what you fuckers think of that. Nice one, Archie. Tell the truth. Those quartz things suck.
We specialize in the repair of Rolex and Patek Philippe watches. We've been doing the same thing for more than 25 years. We have Rolex technicians certified by Rolex who actually used to work for the company for many years, like if we're doing the work on the factory. We completely disassemble the watch and we put it to work like brand new condition. When you get a pre-owned watch, it's like if you're getting a brand new unit. The only difference is the money.